So as far as some of the topics we'll cover, we'll talk about, some of the best exercises to do. George and I were talking about this earlier. The best workout you do is the one you will continue doing. You can talk about optimization, ideal exercises all day, but if you're not enjoying them and you don't do it, there's really no point, because you actually have to get the work done. And, everyone's a little bit different with that. I had a client who was all about weight loss, all about cardio. That's what you have to do. So I put him on a treadmill, did cardio with him for months, and he was miserable. I hate this. If I wasn't paying you, I would walk off. You're a terrible human being. You're miserable. Blah blah. And I said, oh, hey, you're paying me to say that, so whatever you need to say, I got it. Absolutely hated it. And we walked by the weight room one day, and he saw a guy doing back squats, bunch of weight, 400 pounds, right? And he said, that's dumb. Why would anyone do that? And I said, yeah, that's super dumb. It's, and he kept talking about it and saying, what's the deal with that? And I finally said, well, try it if you want. And we put a couple pounds on him. He did a few reps, and he said, this was really cool. I want to keep doing this. We didn't do a single session of cardio after that. Got him into lifting.
Nice.
He loved it. He's, doing fantastic now, still working out to this day. And that's what he wanted, he loves powerlifting. So, finding what's right for you is really the key. Everyone wants something a little bit different. Some people need a team. Some people need a group. Other people are solo animals. They only want to work out alone. So you really have to find that for yourself and try out all those different things. One thing, I did notice as a trainer was most of the results that we got at some point regressed to the mean, meaning we do great for a couple months, lose some weight, put on some muscle, make some habit changes. And invariably that 4 to 6 month period, you get a little bored with it. It's not as exciting. And the progress would slow down or go back the other direction. And I just kind of knew that going in, and I'd tell people up front, hey, just so you know, it's April now. By December, you're going to be bored with this. You're going to want to switch. And, we're going to talk about what we need to do at that point. And, some of them never, unfortunately, made those permanent, progress changes, and then others did. So, that's one of the biggest challenges with exercise is it is 100% a marathon, not a sprint. And I'm a power animal. I love to sprint, not really a big marathon guy, so I love to make those quick results, and yeah, I'm hearing that as well. There it is. Perfect. So the real challenge here is staying excited, staying disciplined, staying motivated. And, with a lot of things in life, whether it's your finances, your marriage, your children, having that endurance, to keep it going is really one of the keys to it. I remember, when I was a trainer, I'd have dads come in and they would say, man, it is so hard to make time for this. I'm struggling to eat well, all of that. And, I said, what are you talking about? There's always time. This is easy, and I was at the gym 14 hours a day. So what did I know? And then, became a dad, have a full-time job that's not exercise. And lo and behold, it is so hard to find time for exercise because you feel a little bit guilty. You feel like you're taking time away from your kids, from your wife. And, we talked about that in a previous episode, but if you're not you and you're not able to perform at the level you need to perform at, you can't be the best dad that you can be. And for every, half hour to an hour, that you take that time for your exercise, for your mental health, for your physical health, all of that, that'll pay dividends. And it makes everything easier as a dad. So absolutely worth it. George and I are going to post a couple of videos targeted towards a dad who doesn't really have much of an exercise background and doesn't have any equipment at home. Maybe you're living in an apartment, your budget's a little bit low, you don't necessarily have access to a gym. We will give you some stuff that you can do that even if you're totally out of shape, totally new to exercise, you can do the stuff we're going to do for you. And if you stick with it, you will be really happy with the results. So one of my favorite things as a trainer, I thought I was going to really enjoy working with top level athletes and, people who were already kicking butt. That wasn't the case at all. The greatest joy that I got was working with people who were relatively new to exercise and maybe they were 40 or 50 years old, a little overweight, and, getting them from zero to making progress was a super satisfying thing. That was a surprise for me as a trainer, was saying it wasn't the high level athletes at all. They were fun, don't get me wrong, but it was my newer people who just needed to get started, who were really, the most fun to work with.